like bankers with decades of local experience who are actually decision makers. So every business loan we make is approved right here. Experience, service, and accessibility. That's how WSFS has become the largest locally headquartered business lender in the region. We're WSFS Bank, and we stand for service. How can we help your business grow? To learn more, visit WSFSbank.com. Member FDIC.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, 6:51. Tons of headlines. Jess, what you got?
All right, so here we go. The death toll from Hurricane Ida in Louisiana rose to 26 yesterday after health officials reported 11 more deaths in New Orleans, mostly older people who died from the heat in the wake of the storm when they didn't have power. Still, there was some good news from the city with electricity nearly fully restored and a nighttime curfew that has been lifted. However, in areas outside of New Orleans that were the hardest hit when Ida came ashore on August 29th as a Category 4 hurricane, hundreds of thousands of rooms have been provided via the Federal Emergency Management Agency, and the power lines, it's going to take a lot of time to be repaired, and still tons of people do not have water. So at least 28,000 people are living in shelters and hotels.
Wow. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I know.
This
I know.
long?
Yep.
Wow.
But they are getting the power restored finally. So that's a good thing.
Well, thoughts and prayers to everyone there. We trip, again, I say this all the time, we trip over 5 minutes of an internet glitch.
Yeah, I know.
And then all of a sudden they're dealing with
Now
this.
Imagine no power, no water, no shelters.
I can't imagine it.
Looking for a hotel room.
Nope.
So our prayers,
even thinking
our
about
prayers are with them.
Even thinking about like living in a hotel, like it's cool to go, but then eventually
For a weekend,
you
right?
want to go home.
I know,
Right.
I know.
Wow.
I know. Also, the fencing that surrounded the U.S. Capitol for months after the January 6th attack is going to be reinstalled because of law enforcement officials and their concerns about the potential violence at a planned rally on September the 18th. The AP is reporting this news, citing a person described as being familiar with the discussions. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi suggested during her weekly press conference yesterday that there would be increased security measures, saying that we intend to have the integrity of the Capitol to be intact. The rally organizers say that it's to demand, quote, justice for the hundreds of people who've been charged in the January attack, with intelligence indicating that far-right extremist groups like the Proud Boys and Oath Keepers are planning to attend.
Lock them up.
So meanwhile, the FBI is involved in this, but they are planning to put the fencing up. Okay. The U.S. Supreme Court granted a stay of execution yesterday evening for a 37-year-old Texas death row inmate over a religious issue, issuing it about 3 hours after he could have been executed. John Henry Ramirez, who was convicted of killing convenience store worker Pablo Castro during a 2004 Corpus Christi robbery, claimed that he's stating now that they were violating his religious freedom by not allowing his pastor to lay his hands on him and say prayers out loud at the time of his lethal injection. Texas prison officials says that direct contact is a security risk, and prayers said out loud could be an interruption and would go against maintaining an orderly process. The High Court directed its clerk to establish a briefing schedule so Ramirez's case could be argued in October or November. All right, so that's on hold right now. Also, the Navy helicopter that crashed off of the Southern California coast on August 31st, killing 5 crew members, was having side-to-side vibrations that caused the main rotor to hit the deck of the aircraft carrier USS Abraham Lincoln while landing, and it fell off the deck. The San Diego Union Tribune has now reported that only one of the crew members was rescued, and 5 sailors on the carrier deck were also injured. The crash summary, which AP said that it was in a Navy Safety Center document, didn't say what might have caused the vibrations, but at least they have that as part of the report that has been released. And the Biden administration yesterday have now removed 18 appointees named to the U.S. Military Academy boards by Donald Trump in the final months of his presidency. The 18 people, including former Trump White House counselor Kellyanne Conway, Press Secretary Sean Spicer, and National Security Advisor H.R. McMaster, were sent letters calling on them to resign by the close of business yesterday from their positions on the boards of the Air Force Academy, Military Academy, or Naval Academy, or be terminated.
Sean Spicer is on Newsmax.
Mm-hmm.
He's got that show on the news channel.
Yeah, they had the option, though, either resign or be let go.
Biden says, I don't want nobody who was here before. I want all my people here.
Well, 18.
Isn't that what people do when you get a new gig?
Trump appointees.
That's when, like when you get a new gig, you
like
want.
if you, I don't know, let's say you bought this business, would you keep everyone that's here, or are you going to start over?
What business are you referring to?
Let's say you bought the station.
Yes.
Huh? Is that what you mean?
Well,
when you buy something new,
if I bought,
fresh and clean, a clean slate?
if me personally, if I bought Power 1017, I would definitely clean up the morning show.
A clean slate.
I would definitely clean up the trash on the morning show.
Starting over. Get rid of that basura.
I would definitely take out the trash on the morning show.
So, yeah, is that what's going on here with the administration?
Wow.
Are they cleaning shop?
Also, real quick, the Supreme Court is returning to in-person sessions, just FYI.
Yep.
All right. And the first one begins first Monday in October.
Okay.
All right. Also, the Robert E. Lee statue was removed in Richmond.
Yeah.
All right. Governor Ralph Northam removed it. There you go. Also, a couple local stories from Eastern Shore Undercover. 9 hours ago, Delaware Ave, caller called 911. You can hear a lot of yelling and screaming on the phone. Salisbury police responding to investigate the incident. That was on Delaware Ave, an unknown disturbance. Overdose, 10 hours ago, Dover Street and Salisbury. Salisbury police EMS units both en route to Dover Street in reference to an overdose. There was a structure fire reported off Route 50 near Athol Road in Mardella. Son refusing to allow mom back in her home, Pine Way in Salisbury.
The son is refusing the mom back in?
Yeah, I wish.
Oh, boy.
I wish. Maryland State Police are out at Pine Way in reference to a son that won't allow his mother back into her home. She contacted MSP for assistance. We see too many of them.
I know.
Too many of them incidences. 14 hours ago, reported from the Ocean City Fire Department. Ocean City Fire Department, Beach Patrol, and police units on the scene at 70th Street and the beach for 2 exhausted swimmers in distress, 1 a young child. OC paramedics are transporting 1 person and seen to AGH. I heard yesterday that the rip currents were real bad down at the beach, so if you are, headed down there, just be careful.
Dangerous.
Also reported 14 hours ago, this is the 3rd time this man has been convicted of a sex offense. The officers involved did a wonderful job in the investigation. The state's attorney did an excellent job in getting a guilty conviction. Apparently, story out about Ralph Yeager found guilty and sentenced for assault and sex offense. 2nd-degree assault, attempted 4th-degree sex offense on September the 2nd, 2021. The Circuit Court for Wicomico County sentenced 75-year-old man in Fruitland to 1 year of incarceration to be served on home detention. This sentence stems from an August 17, 2021, when Wicomico County jury found Yeager guilty of 2nd-degree assault and attempted 4th-degree sex offense. In September of 2020, Ralph Yeager provided transportation for employees of Blind Industries and Services of Salisbury, Maryland. Blind Industries and Services is a nonprofit organization that provides employment opportunities for legally blind persons. While driving an employee home from work, Yeager grabbed an employee by the arm and attempted to place her hand on his genitals.
Oh, my God.
The employee resisted and was able to pull away from Yeager. Yeager has been convicted and registered Tier 3 sex offender since 2012 conviction of a sexual abuse of a minor and 2nd-degree sex offense in Worcester County. And Yeager is pending a violation of probation in this case for what happened.
Jeez.
So there you go. Guilty. 7 o'clock. It is the Bill and Jessica Show. Throwback Thursday continues on the way.
Power 1017 is sending you on a 5